All right, this is gonna be the very first video for identical dogs. Good evening, because it's late. On Tuesday, I believe the date today is the 8th of June 2021. So this is where everything starts for identical dogs. Right now, before I go to the app, let's start with the website. So here I'm gonna go straight to identical dogs because I promised that everything was gonna be transparent. What I typed, where did I go, everything's gonna be transparent. So while this loads, let's go to the app. I am using Pfizer for this. Okay, so yes. Now this is the website. Okay, and then my computer, it's gonna be slow. Oh, it is slow, and then I apologize for that. I believe this is set to be on top. Okay, now this is the website. There's gonna be a lot of videos for what's happening in the web application, like a lot. And then just know that this web application is 2-in-1. In fact, before I go to what's happening with the website, let's take a look at the app. And let's go identical dogs. So for some reason, the app was acting funny earlier on where while I was on campus at CUT. I don't know. It was acting weird. And then when I came back around 6:30, it still acted weird. And then I disconnected it from Visa. And then for some reason, it still did the same thing. And then it worked. So I think it's having to position like the network tower. Aha, now it's working. You see, it's saying status, the location permission was granted. And then I'm going to do everything. I just want to show my app, in detail. And I'm excited about this. Okay, so this is the app, and you can see with this guy, it's gonna move. It's gonna move. There we go. It's moving exactly to the pin. So we're gonna talk about this later on, what's happening. So let me just minimize, and then we're gonna go to Visual Studio Code. So this is the project for identical dogs. That's the solution. And like I said, this is the introductory video of identical dogs. And then we're going to do a lot of a version control system. I also have a playlist for version control system. Right now, this is going to disturb me. Okay, how do we... Like it's going to disturb me, this thing. The recording thing. Okay. But I guess I can do this and move it around just a bit. Usually I don't do this, I do it in full screen, but for sake of what I'm doing right now. So I'm currently on master branch, and then it's only 6 projects. In fact, it's behind because it's been a while since I worked on my laptop. I've been always working on my computer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click get. Like I said, we're gonna do a lot of version control, like what's happening, So here, let's see. What do we do? I don't need to clone. What's happening? Because I need to have access to this guy. What about the settings? Also, I haven't been using Visual Studio on my laptop for a while. That's why this project is somehow outdated. But all the projects are on Github and Azure DevOps. So we might as well log into that. Com. Edward McFlurry, it's my handle for GitHub. While it's loading, let's also go to Azure DevOps. So it's gonna be dev.azure azure.com. Okay, don't show this again. Thank you. So on GitHub, this is me. I haven't authenticated myself. So let's log in. And on Azure DevOps, I need to sign in. So I'm gonna come back to it. But I'm looking for this. This I know. Freddy, what if we do it this way? Because I need to access like Git changes. There's something I need here. Oh, by the way, this is a new version of Visual Studio. They rearrange stuff and all that. This is what I was looking for. Okay, so master, what I can do with the remotes, see, I have master on GitHub. Yes. So in the meantime, I can say merge into the current branch. Yes, I believe that's how it's supposed to be because I'm supposed to have the option here. I don't know why it's not coming through. Yeah, I'm supposed to have an option here like this one. I think it's fresh and then pull. So for some reason, it's not giving me that. But I can access them from here. So GitHub has 2 branches and Azure DevOps has only 1 branch. But in the meantime, I want to access this one to say, merge whatever that's on GitHub on the master branch into master, which is the current branch. Let's see if it works. Yes. Okay. Because I promised to be transparent in everything, it's going to be quite interesting. Let's start with the GitHub. My super secure password. And then on my phone, I have the authenticator. Yes, we can save this because it's my laptop. So my authenticator, let's punch in this guy. Authenticating ourselves. Okay, so now I'm authenticated. Now I have access to the number of repository, but I'm not going to focus on that. That has a separate video. I'm not going to use that account. I'm going to use my own personal account. So Edward, thank you. Next, did I save the password? It's supposed to be saved so that can be easy for me next time. Oh, so I didn't. Okay. My super secret password. I also have authenticate on my phone, and then I'm gonna approve this request. Yes, approve it. Good. There we go. So, like I said, I'm gonna show what's happening with this website, like mobile application. But first, I'm still sorting out what's happening here. It says already up to date. That's a very interesting thing. That's a very, very interesting thing. So it's already up to date. Like I said, something is weird here. Remote. Merge into the current branch. Yes. It says it's already up to date. It's lying. Because the number of the projects are not 6. There are more. Because I did a lot of work on the computer. And then I have a couple of branches. Well, the branches are locally. So, but what I do not understand is why are these options disabled? Okay. Because I want to do this behind the scenes. Okay. Because this says local history. It can't say local history, it should say remote history. Because I'm still learning this version control system. I know it's a weird one. Okay. So welcome to the world of being a developer when stuff like this happens. If you do have a solution, please a shout out on how to solve this, because I know on my computer it's more than 6 projects. I think it's about 8 or 9 projects. There's WPF, there's .NET Core stuff. It's just that I need to be. Let's do this. Get manage remotes. Yes, this is where they're supposed to be. General. Get global. I never tamper with any of this. Like I never tamper with any of this. Like the new Git integrated system, it's quite different. Okay, but let me continue. I'll come back to this. So on the web, this is identical docs. I own this domain. Yes, I own it. It has my name all over it. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'll go through everything because some people, they would like to see like stuff like this. There is a playlist for services. Like these are external services. What is this thing? How do you integrate it? Why it's so helpful? So when I do a series on that specific playlist, but I'm not gonna focus and say this week I'm gonna do services. No, I'm not gonna do that because there are too many services like Google Play Store, it's a service. Bulk SMS, it's a service. Where I host this website, Hostking, it's a service. Like the controls on mobile app, it's a service. Like Syncfusion, the controls I use on mobile app, it's a service. Xamarin Essentials, it's a service. The one that's responsible for this map, it's a service. What else? App Center, it's a service. Like this, GitHub and Azure DevOps, these are the services. And like I'll do this in detail, like what's happening with the version control. This is just a high level overview. And at the later stage, I'm gonna do a mini SMS API. It's in .NET Core. When I do .NET Core, it's also a service. And then identical docs. These are my organizations. What's happening in this service called Azure DevOps. Also, what's happening with GitHub. What's up with the repositories. So this is a service and I'll focus on it later on. So yeah, I'm gonna be going through all these pages. Now currently we're on home, and then there's about, there's a contact, there's some interesting stuff here. There's also some interesting stuff on the contact page, and I'm gonna be looking at the code behind specifically on the contact page, because a lot of people, they just design the contact page like a contact form, and it doesn't work. When you click the button to say, hey, submit this, I have an inquiry, it doesn't work. But I'm gonna show having to authenticate myself with my webmail, that yes, whenever someone writes something, I can actually receive it, and then the code is being wired up. And then what happens with the register, what happens with the login, so I'm gonna be doing everything extensively, like literally extensively. I'm excited about it. I am super excited. So what happens on this page? Oh, by the way, I am using these guys on the left, or maybe I should just go on the top so they can properly show. Okay, so what happens here on the login? What happens when you register? I'm gonna register live with an account. There's another service called Temp Mail. I use it a lot to test the systems. So you see a lot of this. what happens, how does the data, you see now it says select city, it's empty because I need to set the province first, like it's one too many. If I go for first state, now it shows Butterville and other free state cities. How did I do this? Like the actual code behind. I'm excited about this. And then if I change from first state, let's say Gauteng. Now it says Alexandra, and then all the cities in Gauteng. Actually, I'm not done putting data here. So yeah, I'm pretty much excited about this. Really, I'm excited about this. KZN. Did I do anything in there? I know Devon. Yes, there's a lot. So how did I do one-to-many relationship? And then this data is coming from database. I didn't hard code this because I'm gonna give you a lot of shout out to the people that helped me build this. They did not help build this, but they helped understand that you cannot hard code stuff like gender. In fact, with the title, it's supposed to be changed. And then, like I promised, that these are the mistakes. I'm going to be going through almost every page. And I'm going to be giving people tips on this is not supposed to be like this. My lecturer, Mr. Admire, he said, usually you guys going to have Mr., Miss, Mrs., you're going to have Doctor, you're gonna have maybe prof and who else? That's it. But what about reverend? What about pastor? So are you gonna go back to the code and then having to hard code this? So there has to be a table called titles. The same way I have a table called genders. I also have a table called province and cities. I should have the same table for titles. So there'll be a lot of mistakes that because there's a production system you need to be aware of. So I'm going to be breaking every single thing, everything, like this navigation bar. How did I design this navigation bar? And then the responsiveness of the website. How did I design this beautiful footer here? It is responsive. The website is responsive. So how did I do this? What's happening when I do this? See the text on the left, what's happening if you look at this now? Yeah, and how does it look like on the mobile application, So I'm pretty much excited about this. And these guys, they came here and I can just click that one and then it shows more information. What's happening? How does this work? I know. If you like to see something, please, you need to, on a comment below, you need to do this. I'm just going to open up TXT file. And then I'll give a big shout out to you and I'll make a specific video for you. So you need to do, only then I can prepare a video for you. So when you comment, you like to see something on whichever platform, doesn't matter, #request. Just do this and then specify it's going to be web. Maybe you like to see contact page, and then you can explain whatever you're expecting. Like I should go code behind. I should test sending the email, something. I don't know. But what's important is #request, and I'll make a specific video for you and I'll give you a shout out once I upload it. And then you can just tell me, Zamarine, anything. Just do that. That's one way of doing it. Let's go back. So I'm excited. And then also I will link on the comment section, actually on the video description. I will link why this system, what does it mean, why identical docs, because the videos are uploaded on my LinkedIn profile. So it's gonna be something quite fantastic. So I'm excited about that. So everything, you can make a request on what's happening. So let me go back. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna fix this thing. I'm still gonna try. I still have enough time. I'm gonna try to fix this. But what I want to focus on is this web application. So this website is 2 projects in one. It's ASP.NET MVC and ASP.NET Web API. Both of them are in .NET Framework. The reason why I'm trying to fix this thing is because there's a .NET Core. Let me prove what's happening. These are 6 projects. Currently, if we go on both platforms or both services, Edit my Flurry, let's just quickly go to Identical Docs. I can easily click here, but let's go via the repositories. There we go, Identical Docs. And then on Azure DevOps, let's just go to the code also, so that I can prove that there are multiple projects. There is .NET Core Web, that's the Web API, and there's .NET Core MVC, there's .NET Core Data Access Layer, there's .NET Core WPF, there's a .NET Core WPF library. So I added multiple projects. If you look at this, these are fairly new: 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, you know. So I made some changes, but they're not being picked up by my Visual Studio. So it's the same thing. All these projects are here. So this is just the taste on what's happening. So what I want to say is that this is 2-in-1 project. ASP.NET MVC template, ASP.NET Web API template, they're all in here. And then I'm going to go in detail when I do the next set of videos on. So next up, I'm going to do Solution Explorer. So what I'm going to do in Solution Explorer, that how did I get to write it, Identical Docs, and why do I have multiple projects, and what's the benefit of this? I'm going to give a big shout out to Tim Corey. You can search Tim Corey on YouTube. That guy is good. He did not teach me this, but he explained the purpose of having to rename the solution and having to add a specific project, but it needs to, you know, be specific that what it's meant for. So big shout out to him. So I'm going to be doing each and every project once I'm able to bring it down here, that what's happening in this project, what's happening in the project, everything. That's what I'm excited about. Very, very excited about. So that's the web. So if you have any request, I'm going to log in once I do MVC portion of the videos and then Web API portion of the videos, both in .NET framework. I also have .NET Core, like the Web API .NET Core, MVC.NET Core. I can also show that. And speaking of a friend that belongs to this, I believe it's api.identicaldocs, just to show that I'm not lying. identicaldocs.co.za. If I hit that, this is the Web API project. So when I hosted them, I separated domains. Yes, this is a Web API. It's working. We'll talk about why 404, why it's there, but yes, just know that anytime you see Web API is the Web API, the one that is the same project as this one is MVC. So this is the main one. This one you're not supposed to know about it. So I'll talk more about what this does. This is what empowers this app right now. This app works because of this project. So I'm excited about that one. Like I said, please watch out for more videos, and then they're gonna be in their own respective playlist. I'm not gonna do web for the next 14 days, like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna do mobile for the next 4 weeks, a month. I'm not gonna do that. If there's any request, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show code behind. I'm gonna do everything. So let's go to mobile now. We've been talking about this thing. Let's go to mobile. So mobile, okay, this is disturbing me. Just delete it quickly. Oh, by the way, I place this thing to be always on top, don't save. I configure this thing. If you don't see the quality, it's because I'm limited based on the version of this. I'm using free version of this software. It's called Visa. Like I said, I'm gonna give tools, you know, to show all the developers what it takes to build these systems. Okay, cool. So this app, you saw me doing some stuff. So this is where I'm at. If I click, what's gonna happen here? If I click on this pin, it says, this is me. So if you have my app right now, you see that it's going to say, this is where you are, and it's going to show you that this is you. This is in real time. And it says, I'm looking for a store, and I'm going to do extensive videos on how did I do this, what is this pin all about, also what is this this area all about, and how did I get the color there, how did I get this one to be a bit transparent, and there's also a different color inside, once we get in. So this is you, this is where you are. So by the time you launch my app, wherever you are, it's going to resolve the permission of where are you currently and get the coordinates, okay, with the help of Xamarin Essentials library. I'm excited about that one. And then it shows this guy because I hate this, So this way shows you that if you click, like it's gonna, so this is where you are. Okay, let me do this so you can see the purpose of that button. If I click, it goes back to where are you currently. So it's amazing. I can zoom in on this map or zoom out. I can also zoom in. Yeah, it's working perfectly. So this is where I'm at currently. Like this is where I'm at. I'm very far. I live far. Okay, so basically, I can also scroll and look at other pins because I know there's a pin somewhere here. Okay, let's zoom out. There's another pin. So you see the distance between that pin and where I'm at. Okay, there we go. That's the distance. So this is me, and this is where the store is for me to do my printing or copying needs. If I click here, it's going to be interesting, the pin. So what it does is going to show you the business number. That's exactly what's going to be entered here. It says enter business number. This is the business number. Anything that has 4 characters in bold. It usually has letters and numbers, so it's a random generated thing, and then I'll show how do I generate this thing with the help of the web API, this project. So it's an exciting thing. Like I said, I pinned this thing, and then it shows the name of the store, like Monatis Tag World. So anything that you see in brackets like demo, it's a demo. It's for the sole purpose of demonstrating this. Okay, I hope I still have time. And once I continue to zoom out again, you see more stores. Zoom out next to CUT, just near CUT. They are. There they are. So we know with the Willows that this is CUT. If I zoom in right there, there we go. Zoom in again. So there we have multiple stores, and this is Free State Stadium. This is Waterfront. We know that. And then this Willows, and this is CUT right here. So each and every store that you click, it will show you the business number and the name of the store. So yeah. So while I get more businesses from people that have the capability of making copies or printing documents, and then they can just use this platform. So for example, if we go for this one, Spingo Prints, if it crashes, congratulations, you know what's going to happen. So when you type GQ, it's case insensitive. I made that way. H2, it's incorrect. And when I hit this button, search, I'll talk about this. What is this? What is all about? And then what is this control? And the phone is vibrating. And then how do you enable that functionality that for me, whenever there's an error, it should vibrate, so it should get your attention. So it says the search failed. We could not find any store with this as business registration number. Please try again. So we know this being a message box, and then if I remove that one to number 3 and then search, we should be able to find Spingo Prints, and now we should be inside. There we go. So in a nutshell, this is an introduction to this demo, and then I'll go through everything. I'm not gonna go into this because I'm creating a curiosity. So yeah, I'm excited about this. Like I said, send a request, use hashtag request in capital letters, explain on which platform. It can be a database. You like to see what's happening in a database, like how did I design something database. This works because of web API. Again, I'll re-emphasize this, because of web API. It's hosted, it knows about this address. on HTTPS. So there's a code that shows how does it get here to the database. My database is hosted, and then I'll show that later on server. So SQL Server Object Explorer. So yeah, I'll show the actual database in production, and how I design it using analytical docs underscore a DAL, which is data access layer. I'm excited about. So send the request on what you'd like to see. It's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic. Anything. Now I need a few minutes. I think I need about 2 to 3 minutes. Let's see how we can fix this. Yeah, this database, I'll do it when time comes. I need to know how to fix this. What do I need to do? Get changes. Because if I write a message here, if I do something, write the message, it's gonna tell me that there are some things. Can we do something here? Can we? I don't know. What can we do? On which platform? Data access layer. Can we? I don't know. Now, before we do that, okay, that one didn't want to work. So I know these are the branches, and then these guys are not enabled because I need to exhaust. I don't want the local history. I want remote history. The remote is supposed to be down here. And it still shows the local history. Okay, so I'm having some difficulties having to like fresh and pull. I'm having some serious difficulties. Okay, let's do what I think it will work. I don't like what I'm about to do, but let's do it for the sake of this. So I'm gonna go to August, October, September, August, September, October. So this is the last month. Because I need some changes so I can write the message so I can see if I cannot pull that up. Yeah, no, we need to find a way, because if I do, even from Azure DevOps, if I do right click and say merge this guy into master, I don't know if it's the same as fetch or pull, but it doesn't work for some weird reasons. So let me just decrease this so that doesn't make noise. Okay, so it says up to date, but it's fine. Like I said, I want to approach this differently. Yeah, no, this is a problematic because, yeah, but how do we do this? Anyone, please, if you know how to do this, any fellow developer, please give a big shout out, and then this will be pretty much helpful, please. Because on my computer, I know it's easy. And by the way, I'm not new to this. I've been doing this for a while. It's Microsoft that rearranged the Git system on or inside the Visual Studio. I've worked on this, but they made it to be independent feature. That's why now there's a Git here on the menu bar. I don't want to clone local repositories. No. Commit or stash. I want access to these guys because I know how I used to work with it, and now it's something else. Settings is a general settings. We've been here. There's nothing to change here because I know all this. I know all of these. So general, and then there's remote. These are already connected, like they know where they need to go. Okay, so now me just having an empty line like this, tapping space bar, now there's a change, which is good. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna push it, and then let's go to change, and then you learn about how I do version control. This is part of version control, how to write a proper message. So I'm on master branch, and then today it's 8th of June 2021. It's Tuesday, and then we don't have the version number. And then what did I do? I just added a new empty space. Go. So I can create a commit, but I can also commit stash or stash and keep changes. So currently I'm on master branch. So let's see what's going to happen. So it's going to increment this guy by 1, and then if I click on it, see it create a commit locally, and then if I click here, I should be able to push it because I need access. See, that's the thing. Outgoing is supposed to go, but it doesn't show that I can take it out, like I can send it, because usually that's how I do it. Okay, seems like I'm gonna have to clone this thing from ground up. I don't know what happened. That's commit details, but it's supposed to show me this guy that yes, it's about to go. Okay, so we need to do something. Maybe it's good that I should start from ground up. So I'm gonna close this one, and I'm also gonna close the changes, and I'm gonna leave this guy as it is, and then I'm gonna tear down this. So quickly, let's close the solution. Close solution. And I'm gonna go to C drive where this project lives that I need to destroy it completely, like remove it. I hope it can allow me so that I can clone a complete fresh one. And then let's close this guy. I wanna go to C drive. I need to get my mouse because this is now okay. Sources or source and repos. So identical docs. So this is the one. The last time I modified this was on the 30th of, I believe, this September. So that was a long time ago. So what I want to do is there where I can delete this. Can it go? Because I'm about to clone it back like a new one. So let it do that. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to clone the repository, and then before we do that, let me just remove this from the history of the most recent one, and let's just say clone. Okay, and then I'm gonna type in HTTPS. You should know this thing to your employer, and I'm gonna say github.com/Edward McFlurry, and I'm gonna say identical So this is the name of the account. The L has to be a small one, L, and identical dogs, and then dot get. The local path is normal. Please specify an empty folder, because I believe I'm still deleting. I should have started doing this. I don't know why I didn't think of doing this. I hope you're not big. Please don't be big. Too many files. Yes. Okay. But this is how I'm going to resolve this thing. I know this is long. It's not supposed to be. Why do I need the permission? I am the administrator. Wow. Can I do two? But it's a local path though. Okay, let me do this. Underscore YouTube. Yeah, let's continue. So this link, where do I get this link? Because like I said, I'm gonna get stuck, and then I don't mind showing when I get stuck. So here, when you do code, and then you see that there is this link. So that's exactly what I typed, including the get at the end. On Azure DevOps, if I click clone, give it a second. So again, but this one is different. So I prefer to use the one of GitHub instead of Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is too chaotic. It's too chaotic. Okay. Nevertheless, so I'm gonna create a folder called identical dogs underscore YouTube. So let's see. I'm not impressed with how things turned out. I don't know why it's still hung up here. Is it coming? What's happening? Because I did hit clone. Receiving objects. Continue background. Okay, why is this thing showing this weird? A world of being a software developer, these stuff are weird. But this shows that the URL is correct to clone. I don't know why it's showing this. No. Okay. Now, why wasn't I able to delete this though? I'm not the administrator. Why? So for some reason, I'm not the administrator. Okay, but in the meantime, the folder is about to be created. 23. There's the folder. This one. Let's look at the permission in the meantime. See, I'm expecting this to finish. Security. I am this person, and I have access to do whatever I want to do. Is this any permission from this person? What do you mean? Okay, I did not see this one coming. Some weird stuff, but nevertheless, it's coming just fine. This one, it's resolving everything. So it's gonna pull down everything from GitHub. And by the way, whatever that's on GitHub is also on Azure DevOps. So let's see with the latest commit. The last commit was on the 1st of April at 11:10. So we'll look at this commit. Let's see if that's the same thing. So let's go to commits. Let's see the most recent commit to make sure that everything is syncing, because it's very, very important. See, the 1st of April, what's the time? 11:10. And the commit ID, it ends with 88261. 88261. There we go. 88261. There has to be one. Yes, there's one if you look it down there, but I can just click commit and it will show me the most recent commit. And the version number is 1062 and it's 1062. So yeah, it's the same commit. Where is it? Yes, 2621. It's supposed to show it. Let's get inside. Yes, there we go. 261. So I'm gonna be doing this in detail so that you get to learn what I did. Okay. So they're syncing and then we are waiting for, you see now we have about 11 projects as opposed to 6 projects. Okay. I'm excited. And now it shows that the repo name or the repo name is identical dogs underscore YouTube. We're on the master branch. There's no change. There's nothing that goes up. And then it's using my account. Maybe this was a perfect way of doing it. I'm glad I fixed it. And yeah, these are all the projects that I said they were missing. And then to restore the NuGet packages, but most of them are already been restored. So yes, stay tuned for more. I'm excited about this. So again, send the request. I'm happy to make a specific video based on hashtag request. If you have any question, please send it through and then I will share everything. Check it on video description, my LinkedIn, link to my LinkedIn and link to my website, the API, the link to Google Play Store. It's going to be quite imperative that also I show that the app is on Play Store. Give it a second because this is Edge. And then the link to this guy, the app itself on Google Play Store. So yeah, owned by Frenzy Time, and I'll do a video about what's a Frenzy Time at a later stage. It's gonna go into general playlist. Yeah, so give it a second while it continues to load. So what's next? What's next is gonna be Solution Explorer, like the project structure. So I'm gonna do one video per platform. Like I also have a WPF, like this is an actual WPF and this is WPF library and they're in .NET Core. So I'm excited. So I should have about 11 videos for just Solution Explorer. Like what's in there, the folders, what does this folder do, why the images then, so that you can get the entire picture of how I built this. So anything that has to do with the WPF, the WPF itself and the library, these are the most recent one. I'm not done with WPF and I'll show how far along I am. Okay, currently still busy restoring some NuGet packages. Like I said, yeah, you should do that. Let's give it a second to wrap up doing stuff. Yeah, so I meant to come here by me to Tumi Tladi, identical dogs. So I'm excited, and yeah, this is my app. So I also provided the link. Check it on the video description. This is the link. You can check the version number, when was the last updated, the current version number. We'll talk about this when I do the mobile, but I'm not going to do the mobile yet because I want to finish anything that has to do with the solution, and I'm going to do a bit of a version control on both these platform services or platforms or services. Yeah, there are platforms, they offering unique services like these two, GitHub and Azure DevOps. So I'm excited about this. An extensive video on this platform, what the benefits and everything, why did I decide to do this, and so forth. So yeah, it's restoring everything. I'm excited about this. I am excited. So this is part of version control, having to restore the NuGet packages, especially when you clone a project, you need to be on the internet. And then it says error occurred while restoring NuGet packages, unable to load their service index for source. It's crazy. And then there's a change. And then what do you do with this change? It's going to be interesting. why the change where, let's see. I'm sorry, this video they're supposed to be like 30 minutes max, Okay. This is gonna be very interesting when it comes to the Xamarin World. Okay. So in the meantime, this comes from, if you look at this tooltip, it comes from identical docs underscore YouTube. Yes, identical docs underscore mobile, meaning we are now on mobile mobile app, but specifically we are on Android and inside the folder called resources. So basically what it does, it makes some changes. Now, it's going to be very interesting because the app works. There are no pending changes on my computer. I'm looking at it right there. Yet when I cloned, it has some new stuff. Either it removed or it added. So the question is that important? This is part of version control. Is it important? Whatever decision that you make, because I'm on a master branch, I'm not supposed to work on a master branch. I'm supposed to work on a dummy branch. This is this is a production branch. Whatever changes I make, it's gonna create some mess in production, especially on these services such as GitHub and Azure DevOps. So it's very, very important to understand that any change that you make on the version control, especially when you collaborate, you need to think of the repercussions, because there are many repercussions and they're severe. So I'm waiting for it now to open because I'm doing a lot of things. Visa is running behind the scenes, showing the app. It's doing a lot of things. So you see now it says installed. It's been lying, this thing. Now it's saying installed, 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 installed. There they go, installed, installed. Yet earlier on he cried about, yeah, we could not load this thing, blah, 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 blah. The world of being developer. Okay, so I was on this point of what happens now. I just cloned a fresh copy from one of the services, which is GitHub. It could also came from, Azure DevOps. Either way, but this file, and this is not the first time, hence I'm excited to talk about it. This is not the first time where it tells me that, hey, we would like to make some changes. We want to remove and we like to add. Again, let's see the changes, because it says the status has been modified. It's very, very important. If you allow things to be removed, when you push it to Google Play Store, those things are going to be removed. Also, if you allow things to be added, whenever you push it to Google Play Store, those things are going to be added. And that's where the mess now begins. So you should always remember the state of your app. Right now in Google Play Store, it's good. Whatever changes that either are being added or removed, I don't need them. So let's see, Dev, we'll talk about this in detail. And by the way, it says this code is auto-generated by a tool. And then it says changes to this file may cause incorrect behavior, blah, 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 blah. For the mere fact that this thing is being generated automatically, it simply means that I do not care. Look at that. It removed a lot of stuff from line 28, like literally, because it shows the diff. Update ID values. It removed everything. I want to know what's missing. A lot of stuff. Why? Okay, some of these things are coming from this NuGet package, user dialogues. I know this package. Also, I'm going to be doing packages, like what packages did I use on this application that I will show in detail. So I'm pretty much excited about it. But this is too scary. So the question is, do you want to push this thing to source control? Because from source control, it's going to go as it is, like changes and everything. Like there's a lot here. Maps and stuff. I don't know why it removed. And here's the funny thing. It added this part. Okay, let's see where it added most of the things. There we go. And then it added some stuff. Let's see this side. I don't know why it added these things and it removed a lot of things. So that's your decision. What I do, right click, undo changes. This is not the first time. and you're gonna be one. So this is version control stuff. I will cover them in detail later on, not now. So I hope this video was very, very important to you as somebody who like to take on, the challenge of building an app, because an app is an independent platform. But if you want to build a system where there's web and mobile applications, that's a system now, because there's going to be a database where you're going to be storing your data, or there's going to be some NuGet packages you're going to get or something. So now it's clean. So this is how it's supposed to be all the time. But in the future, I'm going to create a new blank branch, the one I'm going to mess up on, so that I can quickly destroy it now and then. Thank you very much. And this is where I'm going to